welcome to 1407 Grey Malkin Lane. This is the living memory of the X-Men. Don't let anyone tell you different. Okay, we've come to the finale of this event, Sins of Sinister, titled Sins of Sinister Dominion. Part 11, titled Deadly Sins, written by Kieran Gilliam with Hako Medea and Lucas Rennick as the artists. Whew. This was kind of big, especially after the last issue where like everybody started dying. That was great. Oh man. But like now we're at like a now we're just like okay, everybody who could have helped is dead. So, we just like you could tell the artist had a really good time with this. Like Galactus with fire coming out of his head, with a coming out of his eyes, and just like a big old head hole, and this is great. This so they arrange it so Juggernaut, who had been shot into space and kind of left out there, they used him to shoot Galactus in the head. That was great. But everybody, there's nothing they can do. So Sinister, he's over the bodies of the Brotherhood, Ironfires. He took out Ironfire, and he's talking to Moira, and he's like, "Let's just get this. Let's get by, you know, let's reset. Let's reset the timeline." They're going at it. Uh, Moira's like, "No, you're not gonna learn from this. You're not gonna. You're you're not gonna be able to. You're not gonna take all the information that you know now and learn from it. That's not what's gonna happen. You're not gonna do a repeat, but just you corrected the mistakes." It's and they're going at it until uh, Sinister is stabbed by John Ironfire, who apparently he wasn't dead. He uh okay, so the way he explained it, he used his powers. His power, he turns his body, he can turn his blood into metal. So what he did was he coated all his bones in metal inside. So basically he made himself like Wolverine. That's kind of cool. Is it yeah, this guy, like, so he believes it turns to metal. That's really cool. It and while all this is going on, and this is just one part, we get to the aftermath of what happened with Emma. Emma and Storm Clone both got taken out. So you know who's in charge? Beast. And he's talking major shit. She's talking no, he's talking not major. He's not talking major shit, but he's talking big shit, especially to the Cuckoos. I wish we could have seen what X Force was doing, all sinistered. Okay, because everybody, X Force is everybody on that team is taking over, with probably the exception of Sage. You know what? I swear, if they really went, I'll give my opinions at the end. Meat reaches out to Xavier. They Xavier, the art on this is crazy, Xavier as a planet, as a sinister planet. That's wild. Uh, Fight between Sinister and Ironfire, and then Sinister managed to convince Ironfire, like, hey, listen, I gotta reset the universe because if Xavier gets his hands on the Moiras, that you know the key to reset the universe, it's bad for them. So get into it. Ironfire, he he runs up against a he runs interference against Xavier. More more of him and Moira arguing like, yeah, you're not going to learn from this. You're not going to go back and do. He was retorting, if we do if we don't upload this back, we're just going to do a rerun of what happened already. So we need to. So it's they argue, they argue, they argue, they oh no. Also, Sinister has had this other failsafe. Anybody who's been brought back using uh with the anybody who's been brought back using Sinister's DNA, there's a there's a kill switch that will just take everybody out, everybody across the universe. And so he turns it on, kills everybody. I swear it reminds me of Blade Trinity, the Indian Blade Trinity. It, with this, ex- Sinister uses all their depths to psychically boost himself so he can reach Dominion, and he finds out that it's not that. Oh, it's it's pretty nuts. Sinister at this point, he's just like, "Oh my god, I'm nothing. I am nothing." And that's the cold part. Now he's like, he's broken. Sinister without the ego. Then the, everything gets reset. The Sinister that was about to we're actually we got back to the beginning of Immortal X-Men 10 with Sinister. He gets a message from Sinister in the Sins of Sinister, and he's saying like, yeah, this is happening, this happened, it's bad. And then uh Rasputin 4 shows up. Mother Righteous gets all the information from Sinister, from the Sins of Sinister. So, and then we get back to the council. Rasputin brings Sinister on to the council, saying that he needs to be tried for war crimes. Sinister is like very quickly taken out. He's telling everybody like Sinister has already reached Dominion. It this like I'm not the threat. That's the threat. He's really onto this. I'm nothing, and he gets pulled into the pit. Then, and just when you think that that's everything, Mother Righteous shows up to the council and she basically reveals everything that's going on. She reveals that Sinister has been cloning Moira and using them as save points, trying to get the best possible outcome from himself. And everybody's like, "What?" And I'm weirded out because Nightcrawler, he's acting like he doesn't know her. He knows her. He knows her very well. You don't trust her unless, yeah. Oh, it's wild. She reveals also about the potential that Xavier, Frost, Hope, and Exodus have all been they're contaminated and need to be quarantined the the Sinister is gone. The Sinister part of the DNA is gone. So they got pulled into the pit, which is I think kind of funny because you taking two highly trained telepaths and two Omegas and you put them in the pit. Yeah, it's not like it wouldn't be hard for them to escape, but they're going to be there because they want to. So, and then we got Storm, like, yeah, thanks, thank you so much, Mother Righteous. It's wow. Okay, my thoughts. This was okay. This entire event was it didn't have the entire support of the X office because this should have been across everything. This should have been like an Age of Apocalypse. Everybody got changed because I would love to have seen the X Men's version of this. The Marauders. Um, what was the other one? Uh, X Force. Wolverine would be really interesting. Just just to see how everybody else is dealing with. Oh, New Mutants would be really cool. I'm very interested to see what they do with that. But the thing, ah, it it wasn't great. I mean, like they kept a very linear story. They knew what they were doing, but at the end of it, it was just you knew, like you kind of knew who was going to make it out. It's not on my all time. I would say out of all of this, include like the entire story, I'm giving it a 2 out of 5 stars. I'm giving Dominion 3.5 because a lot of cool stuff happened, but all together it was faulty. It wasn't. Man, I really should come out with a like all time best stories. Okay, well, this is 1407 Great Malkin Lane. I'll see you soon.